Vanessa from Eight-Legged Friends, and today I'm going to rehouse my Brachypelma Smithi. So this right here, I got a couple months ago from Rainforest Pets over in Lake City. I know I've been talking about them a lot, but they gave her to me so that I could, talk about them and review them and talk about how good they are online. So when I got her, she was in heavy pre-molt. She was like huge. Her abdomen was massive. She was for sure in premolt. She did a whole lot of nothing. So it's been a long time and I haven't been able to really post much footage of her. But then finally about a week and a half ago, she gave a molt and she's active. Finally got to feed her first couple of times with me, and now it's time for a rehousing. So when she did molt, I was able to confirm a female. 100% female. I saw what I needed to see, which was exciting because it was sexing my first molt too, and it took it took a few days of me to do it because I just I don't know, it was my first time. I wasn't really sure what I was looking for, so I'd look and I was like, maybe that's it, maybe it's not. And so then I was like, I'll come back and look at it another time. So I kept coming back to it, and I finally was able to get it zoomed in enough, because I didn't realize that what I needed to look for was that small. But I finally was able to see it, and it's a female because those parts are there. I'm super excited. And that is a big deal because a lot of pet stores, from what I've heard, do not sell female tarantulas when they're this size. I hear that they will sex them, but then sell them as unsexed, and you are most likely to get a male from pet stores. So Rainforest Pets truly sold me an unsexed tarantula because this baby is a female. So this container that it is in is what they gave it to me in. So I'm able to really review the container and how they cared for this baby, since everything has been the same as when they gave it to me, since I didn't want to move it around since it was in pre-molt. So this right here is a 4x4 enclosure. And you can see the little baby right there. I mean, you might not be able to see it well. This container isn't the most clear container, as you can tell that it's seen a lot of days in its time. A lot of tarantulas have probably been housed in here. But what I want you to take note of, a lot of you might know how to take care of a Brachypelma Smithi, or maybe you don't, but they need a lot of substrate, which that is really the only thing I see lacking in the enclosure that they gave it. But you can't really blame them for doing that because it is a pet store, and the product they are selling was this tarantula, and they don't want it to be fully hidden, because if someone's like wanting to buy this tarantula, especially since they had a pretty hefty price tag on it, that person would want to look in the enclosure and be able to see the tarantula and not have it be burrowed somewhere. So even though, yes, it did need more substrate, it is understandable just from a seller's viewpoint. They need to be able to make money off of this product. But everything was kept pretty well. The humidity seemed about right. The tarantula was very fat, like I said, so it was definitely getting enough nutrition. It seemed to be in really good shape, and it had a very clean molt, which proved that it was taken care of well enough to have a very nice molt. So now it is time to rehouse it into the first Tarantula crib container that I've ever used. It is way heavier than this container. Obviously this one's bigger a little bit, but it's like really heavy duty. This thing better last, because it was a pretty hefty price tag. But from what I hear, they're amazing. So I had to just go for it. I finally had to bite the bullet and get one. So I think that's a good size to go in here. This baby It's kind of borderline too big for this, but at the same time might be able to live in it longer. But I feel like I could do better, so I want to put it in here, give it a little bit more space. So the first thing I need to do is put some substrate in here. It comes off so nicely. Scissors. Oh, and this substrate right here, it's my first time using this. I normally use the Biodude, but I didn't really want to make the drive to Biodude. It's not super far from me, but at the same time, I don't know. It was easier to go to a local pet store and get this Eco Earth, which I have heard good things about. So for this enclosure, I'm going to want to fill it up pretty much to the air holes. So it'll have a good depth because, like I said, these babies like to burrow. I love it. She's been so active since her molt. Whereas before she did literally nothing. So it was weeks of having this new spider that did nothing. Like would just sit there and sit there. But she was really in premolt. So can't blame her. Let me see if I can get a good view. Actually, let me move this cork first. I didn't want it to fall on her. See her? She is beautiful. I absolutely love her. Need to make sure. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Because I really don't handle my tarantulas, like, ever. I might just let her walk into this enclosure when it's time. Okay, good. I do have a paintbrush in here. That's something I wanted to make sure. Ooh, nice. Okay. She's probably gonna do some rearranging in here too. I've got this paintbrush. Excuse me, sweet girl. She's a little bit bolty sometimes, so it makes me nervous. I'm trying to get this water bowl. I'm touching her with a paintbrush and she is not budging and not doing anything. I'm trying to get the water bowl from under her. Sweetheart. Oh. Makes me jump when they start to bolt. Not because I'm scared of them, it's because I'm scared she's going to climb out. And I do not need that. This enclosure's so nice. Thank you, Tarantula Cribs, for this. I know I paid for it with my money. They didn't send it to me for free, but I'm still thanking them for having a good product. Really sweet girl. And she's not going super easy. She's refusing. Baby. She was on the bottom of this enclosure and then turned around and went back in. Sweetheart, it's time. Come on. There. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, no, no, no. Stay in. You're staying in. She tried to escape a few times there. One thing I did not do, because I realized I forgot it in the other room, I didn't have the spray bottle in here. So, don't worry, after this video I'll give her the water she needs, fill up her dish, and give a little bit of moisture and humidity. She's a little bit freaked out right now, I'm sure. You see her? Look how clearly you can see her. It's such a nice clear container. It's beautiful. I normally like to take pictures after rehousing, but I don't know if I can do that with her. She is wanting out. She's a little bit upset. So I might give her a little bit to settle in and then try to get some good footage. But thank you for watching today's rehousing video. And until next time, bye.